It's Madden NFL 23, and featured this week is C.J. Mosley, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Colts and the Titans, next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. Taking in at the 3. And they were ringing them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the second overall pick from BYU, now in his second season, Zach Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 73 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things. And maybe later in the game.
9 yards to pick up. It's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Now Wilson, and this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive.
Leading them out, the 3rd-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week.
11 carries, 53 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that,
touchdown Titans! Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5.
Well, now how about this return?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there. Someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pierce will try to pick it up. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 1st down, they go right back to Pierce. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Damian Pierce, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped it well short.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. .47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but You're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Hurts. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills,
Yep.
and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Tennessee offense set to go again. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Throwing is Hurts. And that's complete to Shepard. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Pierce now up the middle, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard, 27 yards. And the Titans take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Coming left is Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Wilson. He'll leave that underneath to Sermon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. From the corner, it
was Kendall Fuller with a sack. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down, here's an option right. Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Forced out to his left. And this one too low. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
That's good for our Colts.
Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Boyd as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We begin across the Atlantic in London, Minnesota, and New Orleans in the first of 5 games in this year's NFL International Series, where it was the Saints serving as the home team who were able to come away with the victory. Mac Jones, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. A run by Pierce.
And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is Shepard on the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain an 11-point spread.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense get set to go again. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here's Hurts to throw. Gets the dump off to Pierce.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, open man is born.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Zach Wilson.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Wilson going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arm's got plenty of life to it, and that was a thing of beauty there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
They'll run here with Pierce, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dameon Pierce, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll get this out to Kamara, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the option left, it's Hurts. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Hurts. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
He was brought down by Kevin McCord. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Slant pass to Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Oh, nice move. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Jones. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Julio Jones' year in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10 or even the top 5 all-time in receiving yards.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And taken down just shy of the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Wilson escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Here's Wilson.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Throwing now is Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Tennessee, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2.
And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.